Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thank you so much for tuning in to Pageantology. I would like to introduce myself. I am your Miss Universe Philippines Pasay City, Zandra Nicole Santa Maria, and thank you, everyone, for joining me today in our live at Pageantology. And of course, gusto kong pasalamatan yung Pageantology for tuning in today's for giving me the opportunity to talk about myself, who I am, a part of me, and maraming salamat po. So let me introduce something about myself. My name is Sandra. Once again, I'm 27 years old, and I currently work as a flight attendant with Philippine Airlines. Aside from that, because of the pandemic, I also work as an English tutor online with Enggu. The only difference between these two jobs, pag flight attendant ka, you get to talk to the passengers who are culturally diverse personally. So with my job as an English tutor online, I get to talk to the culturally diverse individuals virtually. And right now, I have you guys. How are you spending your time this quarantine? So during this quarantine, I've been juggling training with my Obermeister family, with my camp, because of course we have to always prepare for the pageant since it's getting nearer, October 25 na. And then likewise, I also do my job as an English tutor online. If I get flights with my company, Philippine Airlines, I do try to get some of the flights. Aside from that, I also help my mom with her work as a clinical instructor. So minsan, I try to make modules for her, mga PowerPoint and everything. But of course, I also try to relax. So the way for me to relax is I play Call of Duty or I watch movies. The last movie that I watched, series rather, that I've watched was Umbrella Academy. Do you guys know Umbrella Academy? Who was your favorite character? Um, I like Five. He's really good. Okay, thank you, Nolan Ortega, for giving me a good luck. So thank you. Anyways, of course, I am your host, I am your guest, so I am in charge of the program flow for today. So today, I would like to tell you a little bit of my learnings. So I have a program flow here. I would like to tell you the learnings that I have in my life. One is as a flight attendant. Second is my pageant journey. Third is amidst the pandemic. Ano ba yung mga learnings ko na pwede kong ma-impart sa inyo? When I started to become a flight attendant, I've come to realize that people are coming from all walks of life. Sometimes I have passengers who are migrating. So eventually they are leaving their family behind, so they're sad. The others are very happy because they're going home. The others feel sad because they're coming home because a family is sick or somebody died back home. And sometimes they get irritated, they don't know how to act in the flight. But this is something that I realized as a flight attendant. You have to be kind to whoever is in front of you because you don't know what they're going through. And this is something that I have applied in my life ever since I started to work as with my job. And every time there is a person who is pissed off, I try to understand. Maybe he's pissed off for something. Maybe he didn't get his booking, the right seat that he paid for. So this is something that we should always apply in our lives. We have to understand others because they're going through something. So next learning, next one is oh, next one. With regards to the pageant, something that I've learned with the pageant is I can do anything. When I started to join the pageant, I spearheaded donation drives, and it happened during a pandemic. I did not expect that I will be able to spearhead a donation drive like this because before I joined groups, I joined Mad Travel, I joined different organizations, or my friend who starts the donation drive. So right now, I've come to realize I am a superwoman. I can do anything. I just really have to talk, what, converse what I need to people, and I'll be able to do it. And aside from that, something that I've learned through this pageant, even if I have nothing, there are people who will support you, because that's what I've realized. even if I feel down, a lot of people were supporting me. Just like my camp, Obra Maestra, they're always there throughout it, through everything. Even if they have nothing, they were there for me. And I'm truly grateful for my Obra Maestra camp and for all those people who are supporting me. So that is one learning. People will never leave you behind. And then next, one more learning during the pandemic. During the pandemic, I've come to realize that we really have to choose our leaders wisely. I think we have seen how we want to be governed during a pandemic. So it's important that you guys register to vote by September 1. So it's important because this is not just for you, but this is also for the future of your children. So those are my three learnings from becoming a flight attendant, from becoming a contestant, and during my experience ngayong may pandemic. Okay, so there's a lot of people commenting. So hi Nolan Ortega, thank you so much for tuning in today's live. My camp master Kirby Hernando, thank you so much for always supporting me. So a little feedback with you guys. We always prepare for these live interviews, and before a live interview, he would check my makeup, he would check my hair, what accessories fits me well. So thank you so much to my Obra Maestra camp for always guiding me and helping me with the styling, the hair, the proper makeup. So thank you. Okay, since you are an English major, how are you going to give voice to those of the indigenous people who've been neglected by the government? Um, the thing that I would do is start a conversation. It's been done by a lot of people. They're voicing out for indigenous people. I have some of my co-contestants. I think it's Kanaka Elcano. She's voicing out for the indigenous people. So that's a good start. We'll be able to voice out in a good platform such as Miss Universe. But aside from that, as individuals, if we do not have the platform such as Miss Universe, we should start the conversation with our friends. It's easy. Whenever we talk to our friends, let's tell them, hey, did you hear what happened to the Aita community in Zambales? Or those things. You should start talking about things that matter. And let's stop spreading fake news. So this will help us reach out to the government because a lot of people are concerned about it already. So thank you so much, Harley Palubon. Can you tell us about your advocacy? I'm just getting into that point. So my advocacy is about sustainable living, wherein we alter our lifestyle to reduce the environmental impact that we have in our environment. So what are the ways? What is the lifestyle that we can do? First of all, why did I choose to have this advocacy? It came to a point in my life that I said, I don't want to have a child at all because I don't want to be worried in the future that what if in the future the climate change will change drastically and they don't have a better place to live in. But no, we have a solution. We have to better ourselves now. We have to apply zero waste lifestyle in our lives. And what do we do? What is zero waste lifestyle? First is we refuse single-use plastics. Whenever we go to the grocery, let's refuse it. Reduce what you don't need. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Next is reuse. You can reuse your old pants or try to buy from ukay-ukays. This will really help a lot to have a circular economy. Next is we also have recycling. This reduces energy, so this should be last on the list. And rot. So what you compose, you could put that into your plants, and then your plants, you will eat it. So do you see the cycle? So this is zero waste living. So, and it's something that I want to impart to everyone because the only thing that I regret right now is I've never done it earlier. I wish I could have done this earlier, or I wish I could have taught this to my kids back then if I had the opportunity. But I should stop thinking about that because I can do it now, and I could tell it to you guys that you should start doing it. Okay, so next one. So what do you feel about pageant's front runners? What I feel about pageant's front runners, they deserve to be seen as the front runners. They've been working hard to posts in social media, and they've worked with Binibining Pilipinas before, and I understand that they deserve the spot to be the front runner. And right now, with the pandemic happening, we are all on equal ground. We are all posting in social media. So, um, I am proud of them, and I am happy that they are in the spot where they strive hard to be in. And as for me, a lot of people have been, my team has been voting for me, and they've been believing in me. And I know soon enough, if I get to become a front runner, I know that this front runners that I have in the competition, they will also be as proud as I am, because all of us has been working hard amidst the pandemic, trying to have the spotlight. And I thank you, I thank Pageantology for giving me this opportunity to be given a spotlight. And of course, I will do my best. I'm not just your dark horse, I'm also gonna be one of your front runners. Okay. So next, we love you, Z. Go, 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 Pasay. Love from Obra Maestra. Thank you so much. Thank you from my Obra Maestra family. We love you, Queen. Okay. So actually, today, I've prepared a little game for everyone. So, I have a bowl. And here are some questions from past Miss Universe candidates back in, I don't know, my trainer gave this to me. My trainer gave this to me, and she said, just write it down. And okay. And I asked my sister to write it down for me. Alright, so are you ready? I'm gonna pick. So these are only 5 questions. So let's start. Okay. This question is back in 2004. What sex and time period would you want to be born in? Again, the question is, what sex and time period would you want to be born in? Okay. If I would want to be born in another time period, probably it would be back in the 1800s or 1900s. During this time, I would not act like Maria Clara, who is very submissive. I would act like Zandra, who will stand up for others' right. Because during this time, we have to fight for what we believe in. We have to take a stand. And if I start at an earlier time back in the 1800s and the 1900s, by the time we reach 2020, equality will be reached. No discrimination will be held against women and children. Thank you. All right, so next question. What was the one lesson you learned as a child which still affect your life today? This was a question back in 2007. What was the one lesson you learned as a child which still affect your life today? If there's one lesson that truly affects me when I was a child, I've studied in an alma mater wherein they really focus on throwing your waste properly. So if you know Claygo, they have instilled this in my being ever since I was young. Even disposing sanitary napkins, we create pockets of sanitary pockets from directory books. We fold it, so that's where we put our sanitary napkins, and we don't just dispose it everywhere. We dispose it in a specific trash can. Likewise, whenever I don't find any trash can anywhere else, I put it in my pocket or I put it in my bag, because that's the greatest lesson that I've learned from my alma mater, to respect your environment. And this has been something that I've been practicing ever since. So that's it. So that is something that I've learned as a child. So thank you so much nga pala sa lahat ng guru ko sa St. Scholastica's Academy Marikina. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to learn so much. And I would not be where I am today if not for the teachings that you have imparted in me. And maraming salamat po at sa lahat ng mga kaibigan kong kulasa, that in all things, God may be glorified. Okay, next question. Diba? Ang unti ng questions ko. Alright, next. This question is back in 2012. What is something you have done which you will never do again? Again, the question is, what is something you have done which you will never do again? Okay. If there is something that, if I'm gonna think of something that I have never done that I will never do again, I think I will still do the same things. I will still fall in love with the wrong guy. I would still go on the wrong path. I would eat the wrong food. I would still take the job that I'm not very fulfilled about. Because if not for those experiences, I wouldn't learn how to be strong right now. I wouldn't know how to value myself through a relationship. Because of those experiences, it has given me the opportunity to learn so much and to understand the core of my being. So I will never um, have done something that I will never do again. And maybe there's only one thing. I've always said it in most of the things that I say whenever I regret. I wish that I could have bonded with my father more, and this is something that I want to do again if he was still alive. Okay, next question. I only have two. All right, so here you go. What makes you blush? This is a question back in 2002. Again, the question is, what makes you blush? If something really makes me blush, it's my mom's pritong baboy. Me and my siblings, we really love my mom's pritong baboy. Every time we would smell it, or we would know that she would cook it, it really makes me blush. But pritong baboy is pritong baboy for us. My mom has a certain recipe that we really like. But aside from that, probably if it's not food or something, it's my relationship with my friends, or the people around me, the small efforts that they give. Sometimes I have friends who would tell me, I would tell them, I'm gonna go to the Visoria without really imposing anything that they accompany me. They would say, hey, do you want me to accompany you? A simple way of them telling me that, it really makes me feel, it really makes me blush. Because the small efforts without imposing that to someone, it makes me blush. And the other day, I was surprised by one of my friends. I felt blue the past few days, and she knew about it. And then what she did was to bake cookies for me. So that really made me blush, and they really surprised me. And I'm truly grateful for having friends around me. So that's it. It's easy to make me blush. Okay, next. Last question. This is the last question in the bowl. Back in 1973, this is the question. What would you do with $1,000,000? Again, the question is, what would you do with $1,000,000? Something that I would probably do if I had $1,000,000 is buy a tree house on top of the mountain. I'm a very fond of hiking mountains, and I've seen the beauty of it. And I want everyone to also feel what I felt when I'm on top of the mountain. And if I would buy a tree house, I would make it a tree house guest house where everybody could experience it. Yung mga tanim ko sa gilid, they will be able to try it. You know, the simple ways of living. I think it's important in our lives that we can have a reset, go back to the old ways. And when we realize we don't have the internet, we don't have anything around us, we get to value the experiences that we have. Because this is the most important thing in our lives, relationships and experiences. So that's it for my program, which is the Q&A games from past Miss Universe questions. All right, now so let's read. So, if you're not lucky enough to win one of the crowns, but I know you deserve one, thank you, would you consider joining again? I'm already 27 years old, but I believe I'm giving everyone a good fight. So, I am not joining again next year because I'm going to win the crown. I'm going to New York, and I will fight and bring the Philippine flag along with me. Next, What is your message to those who are struggling right now because of this pandemic? This is from Nico Capiral. So thank you so much. I know that everyone's having a hard time right now. It's hard to be in the receiving end of it when you know that you are not in a good phase right now. But it's important that you keep your hopes up. You realize what you could do next. um, don't stop because you have to live your life day by day. Don't live by the days that are uncertain. Live by the days that you could make a change because it's important these days that we make a change in the choices that we have now. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Harley Palubon. You have a lot of questions for me. Considering that we're in a battle against the COVID-19 pandemic, as a former student, are you for ligtas na balik eskwela or academic freeze now? I'm coming from a point of view wherein my mom is a teacher. And I'm coming from a point of view where we create donation drives for the teachers who are in need of help. So I would vote for academic freeze now. I've seen how it. My mom had a hard time adjusting. She's a teacher. My mom had a hard time adjusting to the new ways of learning. Likewise, the teachers from our donation drives in Benguet, in other schools in Pangasinan, they're having a hard time coping up because the teachers, they themselves are the one who are producing modules, trying to use their own pockets to produce bond papers, prints, printers, inks, and flash drives for the students. So for me, it's better that if you come back to your school, everything is prepared. Um, Everything that they will teach is prepared. They have enough modules. They can teach in a relaxed way. So for me, it's important that they do academic freeze now because I am coming from a point of the teachers who are having a hard time. Likewise, coming from one of our donation drives, which is Proyecto Cuaderno, where we created it because some students, they refuse to enroll because they don't have the gadgets. So for me, it's okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna be able to do it because 6 months from now, or maybe a year from now, everything is gonna come back fine again. Go Miss Pasay, I love you. Thank you, Tita Marisa. Thank you so much for watching. To my Aguirre family. And to Tito Edgar, thank you so much for watching. Yung tito ko lagi nagtatampo pag hindi ko daw siya nasa-shout out. Okay, hi Cookie Perry. Thank you so much for watching, Miss Cookie. She's one of my good friends who is a stylist. Thank you so much. Okay. So, since I was able to talk about my donation drive, let me talk about it more profoundly. So we have two donation drives. It's called Proyecto Cuaderno. Proyecto Cuaderno is a project of Proyecto Calon, and I am working with four girls who was part of the pageant. It's Mariel Joyce Pasqua, Kimchi Crisaldo, and Eliza Malino. So we've been working with this, and also Ivana Pasis, and also Adelma Benita. So we've been working with the Proyecto Cuaderno, and we were trying to get donations of gadgets. Although there are only few people who are donating gadgets, mas marami ang nag-donate ng mga school supplies, ng mga books, and also ng financial support. So we have already divided this amongst ourselves. And we are already in the process of buying school supplies. And a lot of people are still giving me a lot of school supplies. I have Sir Danny Lorieno who donated 1,000 pieces of ball pens, and he said probably he's gonna be giving some more. So thank you so much to all our donors. We also have someone na nagbigay ng mga drawing books. So we're gonna add this in the school kit. Tapos maglalagay din kami ng alcohol, ng mga child's mask para at least kahit papaano maengganyo yung mga bata na pumasok ulit kahit nasa bahay yung mangyayaring setup. And then aside from that, we also have another donation drive. It's with my friend Raymond Peralta. We are now helping the teachers this time, and it's called Education Frontliners. We have already distributed our financial support in Sablan Benguet. So we are now sending the 10 flash drives that was given to us. Somebody even donated headphones, someone donated yon 1,000 pieces of ball pen. Ang daming nag-donate ng used bond paper. So maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumusuporta. At patuloy po kayong makakatulong dahil hindi naman tayo nag-proceed sa academic fees. We didn't proceed with that. So our teachers need our help para naman matulungan natin sila na hindi maglabas ng pera mula sa sarili nilang bulsa. They need our help so that we can help educate our children in the future. So if you have any donations, just drop a message in my my Facebook account or my Instagram account, and I'll be very happy to bridge you to our beneficiaries. So maraming salamat po. Okay. So, love you, Miss Pasay. Why should you win Miss Universe Philippines? I should win Miss Universe Philippines because I am my authentic, genuine self. I will never change who I am for the crown because I know who I am deserves to be seen in the international stage. And I should win the Miss Universe Philippines crown because I am 27 years old and I have experienced so much in this world, becoming a culturally diverse person, experiencing the highs and the lows of life. I can see eye to those people who feel the same. So I will be the voice and I will be your Miss Universe Philippines. Thank you so much, Brooklyn, for your question. So now, Sir Lance Evora, thank you so much. Maraming salamat po. So I have a question from one of my good friends, Sir MJ Suwayan. So his question is, define love. Love is something that should be given and never asked for. Love is something that we should see eye to everyone and we should offer to anyone around us. And this is something that should prevail, specifically right now that there is a pandemic. We should share our kindness and hope to everyone so that those people who are having a hard time, they would feel the love that God has endowed in us. Next. Thank you so much, Aaron, for watching, for always watching. Thank you for your support. Next, Angelina Reese. Ang galing mo. I love the Q&A segment from the bowl. Thank you so much. Maybe next time I should have a bigger bowl and a lot of questions. Thank you. Maraming salamat po. Love it. Galing. Gosh, interrupted. Hi, Zandra. Hi, Aljon. You're always watching. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. What's the hardest part of your journey? Part of your Miss Universe Philippines journey? I will be honest, the hardest part of becoming a candidate during this Miss Universe Philippines journey is the pandemic. It's hard because financially, emotionally, of course, we also get down sometimes. We don't know if we still have a job. We're gonna be retrenched. But of course, we have to still keep fighting for what we believe in. Kasi the pandemic shouldn't stop us from doing. The pandemic shouldn't stop us from doing what we think is right. And the world will move on. So kung ikaw titigil, bakit? Ba't mo titigilan kung alam mong makakatulong ka sa ibang tao? So, yon. Kaya, laban tayo for Miss Universe Philippines. Okay, thank you, Tita Marisa. What do you think is your best achievement so far? I think my best achievement so far is the experiences that I have in my life. No one could ever have the experiences in my life. Ang dami ko nang napagdaanan from the highs and lows of life na hindi ko alam kung saan ako minsan kukuha ng pangkain, hindi ko makakain yung favorite food ko. There were times that I really don't know where to go. But because of these experiences, for me, those are bits and pieces of my life. Para sa atin kasi yung ibang tao, when we say achievement, ito yung nanalo ako sa Oscars or nanalo ako sa isang raffle or anything. For me, the achievements that I have are very simple because this is the contentment that I have in my life. Yung mga little things that I have, yung mga bagay na napagdadaanan ko, kunyari nakain ko yung masarap na pagkain or itong donation drive na itawid ko at naibigay ko sa mga beneficiaries, those are my little achievements in my life. And I'm very proud of that. And I'm glad that I am able to share this with you. Okay. Next. Wow, my crush is so drop dead gorgeous. Okay, so Philip Magalona is one of my close friends ever since I was with Calcaris. And nang-aasar lang siya kasi inasar ko siya kanina sa live niya. Inasar ko sa kanina sa live niya kasi pag nagla-live kami sa isa't isa, nagko-comment kami ng binasted mo ako, mga ganyan, kung ano-ano. So this is just really fun. Thank you so much for making things lighter. Salamat. Thank you. What are the harsh truths you refuse to ignore? One of the harsh truths that I refuse to ignore is that we have um, sometimes we have a government that is um, people do not trust. I hope that in the next days to come, we'll be able to give our trust to the government, specifically if we get to vote for the right person. So I still encourage everyone to vote because it's important that we vote because this is our basic right. And when we vote for the right person, we will be able to vote not just for ourselves but for the future as well. Ang gulo ni Philip. Okay. Kailan mo daw siya sasagutin? Kailan ka mag-boyfriend? Everybody's asking me this question. It's been 3 years, but I don't feel any pressure to have a partner right now because right now I'm focusing on the pageant and of course my troubles with the pandemic. So, tita, don't. Nakakaloka. Okay. Yes, our love should not stop by this pandemic. Be stopped. Tama naman. Our love should never be stopped by the pandemic because we could share what we have in the world, yung kindness and support. This is something, instead na ma-stress tayo, why don't we just try to lift up our friend or tell them how pretty they are? I think it's important these days that we appreciate other people. Napaka-konti na kasi ng mga tao nagsasabi. Minsan nahihiya tayo, sabihin natin na parang, ay, ayoko sabihin gusto ko siya or ayoko sabihin mahal ko siya. Kasi ego eh. May ganun tayong thinking. Pero for me, if I say that to a certain person, it's just me appreciating that person. And it's very seldom that we get to be appreciated. So, when you have the chance, always do. Because it's important that people hear that their existence is needed in this world. Kulit. Okay, next. So now I'm going to discuss a little about Ringlight series. I know that everybody's waiting for it to happen by September 27. And right now, the fee for the Ringlight series is 299 pesos. And this is gonna be an 8-episode series na matutunghayan nyo kung ano ang mga pinagagawa namin ngayong pandemic. Aside from that, Mama J also talked about na this is also a way to help art people such as videographers and photographers to shoot around the Philippines. So we were also able to give jobs to those people. Likewise, I will also be able to help my beneficiary, Ate Nini de Guzman. She's my beneficiary because she deserves to be seen and her story deserves to be heard. Sa totoo lang, nung nakausap ko si Ate Nini, never niyang pinafeel sa akin na kailangan niya ng tulong. Never niyang pinafeel sa akin na meron siyang gustong makuha or anything. Lang ang pinaramdam niya lang sa akin na merong pagmamahal na namumuod tangi sa kanyang pamilya na gusto niyang ibahagi sa ibang tao. Sa akin, na-feel ko yon. Kasama ko yung ate ko when we did the shoot. And na-feel ko kung gaano siya kamahal ng mga tao sa paligid niya, pati ng mga kapitbahay niya. Because you know what, Ate Nini, despite the fact that she doesn't have enough in her life, she had enough because of the people around her. And this is the story that I want each and every one of you to see. So now you guys have to subscribe to Ringlight series because aside from Ate Nini, there's a lot more stories that you should hear from the candidates and from other beneficiaries. So ayun. Okay. Consider this pandemic giving us a really hard time. What do you think is the positive side that this pandemic brought to us? One of the positive things that this pandemic brought to us, it added color in our life. I've always said this every time that there is something that is really hard, that's really going on in my life, it adds color in my life. Because I know if I get to have children in the future, pag nagkaroon ako ng mga apo, makukwento ko lahat ng mga kwentong to na nung pandemic, sumali ako ng Miss Universe, and it was really hard, but I was able to survive. I learned so much from it. I've learned how a lot of people will help you during the pandemic. A lot of people are there to support you kahit na sila walang-wala. Also, it paved way for you to choose your leaders wisely. So, there's a lot of things to learn from the pandemic. Ito yung baon na maibibigay ko, not just for my personal experience, pero ito yung masishare ko sa mga magiging anak at magiging apo ko. So, that for me is the beauty of this pandemic. What is your advice for other girls who want to join national pageant someday? Girl, just work on it, be confident, lagi mong gawin kung ano yung tingin mong tama para sa'yo, and know your worth. If you know your worth, when you stand on the stage, kahit anong pangbabash ang sabihin nila sa'yo, kahit anong sabihin nila sa'yo na this is your imperfections, you have to improve on that. No, girl, you must use your flaws and use it as your asset. Kasi you have other strong points in you. Use that because that will be your power. And try to gain as much experience in your life. I think this is one of my best assets in this pageant. I'm already one of the old candidates, and probably if I joined a little later, earlier rather, if I joined when I was 21 or when I was 23, I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough of this knowledge that I have now that I can impart to everyone. And it's important for me because yung mga learnings na meron ako ngayon, this really came from me. This came from my experiences. And para sa akin, if there is something that I want to share, ito yung galing sa akin, yung authentic self ko, yung story ko, yung first hand na experience ko. So whenever you face the judges, whenever you face a live interview, or whenever you face the people around you, alam mo yung isasagot, hindi ka magsastutter kasi galing lahat sa puso mo. Okay. So actually, yun lang yung program flow ko eh. Hanggang Ringlight lang. I will still have around 20 minutes. So guys, just drop your questions. If may questions pa kayo, go ask lang. Hi, Ate Zandra. You look so gorgeous. Oh, J-Ren Legarte Andaya. Happy birthday. Happy sweet 16. So, thank you so much for always supporting my live interviews. And I hope that you get to eat your favorite food, be with your favorite people during your birthday. And thank you so much for taking time to watch my live interview. Maraming salamat, Iho. Okay, so do you guys have any other questions? Okay. So, anyways, if siguro I've run out of my program flow, wala na akong masasabi sa inyo. Pero siguro I'm going to share a story that has been a part of myself ever since. So usually, I would like to share my travels with you. Oh, okay. Very heartfelt message, Bebe. Thank you so much, Kirby. And also King Jordan Maginang. Oh, Sir King Jordan Maginang is our hairstylist with Nick Soriano when we had the training. Not the Nick's Beauty with Mark Salon. So, King Jordan Maginang, he's such a young artist. At 19 years old, hairstylist na siya. Ang galing niya mag-style ng hair. Sobrang saludo. So, hi, Sir King. Hello po. I'm doing good and I hope you are too. So, Harley Palubon, what is the best way for a person to attain happiness? For me, the best way for you to attain happiness is to understand what gives you life contentment. To understand kung saan mo nafe-feel successful ka. And for me, yung mga little achievements ko sa life, that gives me ultimate happiness. So, if you try to find out the things that gives us happiness is the relationships, the fulfilling experience that we have in our lives. Not the material possessions, not the fame, only the things that you will bring when you die in your grave. So, ayun, those are the things that gives me and every one of us an ultimate happiness. Hello, hello! Sarap talaga sa tenga ng boses mo. Thank you, Ate RC. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. So, mga kasama ko yan sa La Union. So, usually, I really like traveling a lot. I like traveling a lot. So, sometimes I travel alone. Whenever I travel alone, minsan sasakay lang ako ng bus papuntang La Union or magbubook lang ako ng ticket papunta sa isang lugar. That for me is very fulfilling kasi I get to talk to different people. Minsan yung mga locals pa yung mga nakakasama ko, ang dami nilang kwento. And nakakatuwa kasi whenever I get to talk to them, they they tell me a part of their life na nadadala ko pa uwi. This is something that I don't usually get whenever I travel in a group because of course you try to focus so much in you try to focus with the people around you, yung mga friends mo. But when you travel alone, you focus on the people that you don't get to talk to. So yun, ang dami kong nababaon na kwento. There was a time that I traveled to Siquijor alone. So when I traveled to Siquijor, hindi ako marunong mag-scooter. So what I did was I rented the scooter. Tapos nung nagrent ako ng scooter, sabi ko kay kuya, Kuya, paano ba mag-scooter? Sabi niya, ha? Nag-rent ka, hindi ka marunong. And that moment, natuto akong mag-scooter, tinuruan niya ako, and I traveled in Siquijor for 4 days alone. I tried their local dish, and then nag-aabang ako ng mga sunsets, and then I was also given a discount in one of the resorts to do a dive with them. So nakakatuwa kasi ang dami kong naging kaibigan dun sa travel ko. Tapos, it's something very liberating. So I think something that I could suggest to everyone, if you had the chance to travel alone, do it. Kahit isang beses. It will really be life-changing for you. Okay, something that we could do ngayon, kasi we still have around 15 minutes, you guys could drop a name of a country in the comment section, and maybe I would tell something about this country. Are you guys game? Okay. Hi RJ! Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. See you on the 18th. Maraming salamat. Aljon, I'm really excited for the finals. All of you girls are equally beautiful and very substantial. Maraming salamat. You know what? I agree with you. Most of the girls are really, really full of substance. Ang gaganda nila. Hindi lang yung utak, yung mukha nila. Diyos ko, pati yung puso nila. As in, dami kong kilalang contestants na they really deserve to be part of this competition. So I'm excited. It's really gonna be a good fight for everyone. What makes you different from the other girls competing today? So thank you so much, Jaren. Again, happy birthday. What makes me different from the other girls competing today? I am a girl full of experience who has traveled around the world, experienced the different cultural diversity. I've experienced not being able to eat my favorite food because I don't have the money. I've experienced having enough. And I can very much relate to the people around me. Alam ko kung paano ko makikitungo sa iba't ibang tao because of the experiences that I have. And this will be my edge in this competition. Because if I speak, it's gonna be coming from my heart and from the experiences that I have. Okay, thank you so much. Good luck and see you soon. Why did you select your pageant platform? So, I chose to select this pageant platform, Miss Universe, because of course, this is the greatest competition. This is the greatest beauty pageant here, not just here in the Philippines, but across the world. So why not? If I only had a chance to do this at 27 years old, my last chance, bakit hindi ko pa gagawin to ngayon? Ito na yung the best na mabibigay ko. And of course, gusto ko siyang gawin kasi it's never too late to really dream. Maraming magsasabi sa atin, oh, you should have started when you were 23 or 24. Pero for me, this is the right age that I joined. Kasi ang dami ko talagang maibabahagi sa ibang tao. So, ayun. Hello, Mars! Okay, ang galing ng profile video mo. Tapos ang natural. Maraming salamat po. Thank you. Hi, Tito D! See you soon. Okay, and Japan. Okay, so again, you guys could drop countries that you wish that I could talk about since I've been to a lot of countries. So mag-explain ako ng something or a good experience in this country. Okay, so Japan. When I was in Japan, I also traveled alone. And when I had the chance to stay in Japan, natutuwa ako doon kasi kahit hindi marunong mag-English yung mga tao, they would try their best to really help you. Kahit, they would just really stop for a moment and then try to think about how they will help you. Google Translate. I've experienced this in other countries that if they don't know how to speak the language that you are speaking, they say no, no, no. But in Japan, they're just really very nice. Their hospitality is really good. That they would really strive their best to help you. Even when I go to grocery stores, they're there like, is what's the translation of this? They're really, what they do is they will try to talk to another person who speaks English and drag that person and talk to you. So this is something, this is the beauty of Japan. And also Japan, the favorite one of my favorite things in Japan is food. Sobrang sarap ng food sa Japan. Okay. It's okay, Tito D. Okay lang. Ganyan talaga si Philip. Guys, by the way, you have to vote for one of my brothers in Obra Maestra, Philip Magalona. So you guys could also go to Century Tuna Superbods page, vote for him, and find him there. Okay, next. What about KSA, Zandra, where I worked before? Whenever I go to Saudi, I really don't I don't really get the chance get to have a chance to go out in that place that much kasi our layover or our stay in Saudi is very short. So whenever we go to Saudi, the only thing we do is go to the grocery store, shop for goods that we could bring home to our family. So madalas ang binibili namin dyan is detergent, mga pasabong panlaba. Kasi yun yung mura, tsaka mga gadgets. So, that's what I remember about Saudi. And Saudi is where my dad used to work before. So, and nakakatuwa doon na ang dami nilang storya. Kasi I also have a friend na may mga kinukwento sila sa akin na parang sometimes they feel na yung mga Arabians are, with regards to the news here in the Philippines, paminsan, di ba, medyo negative yung news. But my friends who work in Saudi, they would say, they are really nice. They're nice people. So, it's selective. So, let's not be judgmental in all the things that we get to read. Kasi, yung mga good news, hindi naman natin parating, yung mga good news sa buhay natin, hindi naman parating pinapakita eh. Usually, yung mga bad news yung nare-retain sa utak natin. Pero, mas marami ang good news sa buhay natin. Okay. Hello po, Miss Kimchi Crizaldo of Iloilo Province. Thank you so much for watching my live today. Maraming salamat. So, okay, ako na lang magsasabi ng country. So, one of the places that I really loved is Peru. So when I went to Peru, I love going to Peru because just like the Philippines, they were also colonized by the Spaniards before. So, nung nagpunta ako doon, I really felt at home because they have the same values as we are. And when I was there, I've realized that their hospitality is almost the same as Filipinos. The dogs everywhere, they it feels like a family dog. Sobrang sweet ng mga dogs. And nature, very nice, specifically Machu Picchu. It was really nice. And I really love how it was made, the ruins, the Machu Picchu. Just imagine how they bring all of those blocks going to them up to the mountain. So it was really amazing. It was a magical experience for me. And nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon kasi I get the chance to experience this kind of things. Okay. So, I should probably just talk about one more country. Oh, okay. Ayan, Hawaii. So this is gonna be my last country and then I'm gonna wrap everything up. So Hawaii, funny. I had a passenger, tapos nasa exit row siya. So pag exit row, andito yung flight attendant, and then there's another person in front of me. Nakita niya na malaki yung paa ko. Nakita ko rin malaki yung paa niya. Tapos nagchika-chikahan na kami kung saan kami bumibili ng sapatos. She's a senior who works as a preacher here in the Philippines. So kasama niya yung asawa niya, si Sir Rob noon, tsaka I forget the name of the girl, but She was really they were a really nice couple. Tapos, binigyan niya sa akin yung credit card niya. Sabi niya, just tell me where you buy shoes and let's talk about it. And then, nag-add kami sa Facebook. And then, aside from that, they also live in Hawaii. So, nung nasa Hawaii siya, sabi niya, Zandra, if ever you get to go to Hawaii, just message me. And then yun, nakakatuwa yung mag-asawa. When I got the chance to go to Hawaii, they met me, and then they gave me this little trinkets from Hawaii. It's nakakatuwa. So, these are things that I really treasure in my work. You don't just get to have passengers or co-workers. You get to really have long-time friends. So, ayun, nakakatuwa. Good-hearted person and very beautiful. Go, go, girl. Love you. Thank you, Janine. Thank you to my cousin. And thank you to the Rivera family for watching. Maraming salamat. Australia. Okay, Australia is a very beautiful country. Ang dami nilang beach, ang dami nilang nature. Food, it's really nice. And it's really nice to eat in Australia. Pero more on fish and chips yung naaalala ko. But there's a dessert place that I really like to eat in Australia. But so far with Australia, what I like is their transport system. Tapos, the beach is very convenient. So kunyari, Makati ito, meron ng beach sa front. So, ganun yung setup. So, people just take a break at the beach. So, minsan pag siguro stress ka na sa work, you can go to the beach and just chill. So, this is something that I love about Australia. Okay, next. Good. Shout out to Mommy Elizabeth. Hi, Miss Elizabeth. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I hope you're having a great day. Okay. Tell us about a situation where you had to deal with a difficult customer. How did you handle it? When I had a difficult customer, I would just always try to understand where they're coming from. As I've said, sometimes hindi natin alam kung uuwi sila dahil namatayan sila or may sakit silang dadalawin or magmamigrate sila sa ibang bansa. So, you have to understand where they're coming from. And then, take it from a professional level. So, ngayon, you have to address kung ano yung sinasabi niya. And when you have said and you have done everything that you could, try to always empathize with what's happening and tell them that you're sorry. Kung ikaw man yung may kasalanan or a co-worker, just always try to be nice to the person. Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano pinagdadaanan nila eh. And of course, the most important thing is you have to have service recovery. Kung nakalimutan mo kasi siyang bigyan ng kape kanina, so kailangan bigyan mo siya ng kape. Bigyan mo ulit siya ng kape or try to double check on that person every now and then. So this is, for me, this is how I handle a difficult customer. And sometimes, try mo talagang intindihin kasi hindi natin alam eh kung anong pinagdadaanan nila. Ayun. About flight attendant po. Thank you. Hi Zandra, go, go, go. Thank you so much. Nasi Pahak Naig. Hello Sami, thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat. Guys, meron pong live si Sam Brusas later. So you have to watch that as well in SB Crown Pageant. So ayun, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for watching. I will end this live interview already with me, your host, and with me as your guest. Maraming salamat po. Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself. So, thank you at maraming salamat. Zandra Santa Maria, signing off. Your Miss Universe Philippines Pasay.